Hey guys, Wagwan. What's up, Facebook? How is everybody doing? I want to say welcome, good night, good morning, wherever you're watching from. I hope you all are doing fantastic. And tonight, I have a pretty special guest with me, and we will basically are gonna drop the full tea on some stuff that I feel like these things need to be addressed. And so this is going to become a regular thing on this page because I want you guys to see what we are about. I feel like this secret cannot be kept any longer. And so I have Miss Lovely Pettigay here with me, this lady you see right here, yeah. And I'm just gonna give her the floor and let her give you guys like an idea of what we are about. Well, officially, I am Samantha Rowe. I am an online business coach and mentor. And I teach everyday people how to start online and grow online businesses with partnering with reputable companies all over the world. So, Pet, I'm going to drop the floor to you right now.
Awesome. It's so funny that you should say you're coming to give them the tea because I got my tea right here. Okay,
Nice.
so we are ready to go.
Water.
Hi guys, I am Pettigay Sterling, a mom of 3 beautiful and amazing kids. I've been a business owner for the past 2.5 years. Oh my goodness, I can't believe it's been that long. I'm entering into my 3-year mark. 2024, here we come. But guys, as Samantha said earlier, if you are looking to get started in the online space and you're looking for a legitimate online business to start and you want that support because you don't know where to start, we're basically going to give you the blueprint tonight as to how you can get started and why you should choose one of our 4 income streams, right? There's literally 4 to choose from. So you can go wild and choose the one that is most suitable for you. Okay?
Thank you, Pet. So maybe what I will do is give them a little backstory about us. Like for who don't know, like Pet and I were teammates, and it's like in 2020 really was when I started my business personally, and at that time, to be honest with you guys, like I just got married and went to Jamaica, got married, we came back, didn't know me head from my tail, let me put it that way. And that was when I actually was, looking into something to do. But I'm going to tell you something what awoken me, because I feel like a lot of people all know they now wake up. Right. So maybe if I share my story, I don't know, maybe some people will actually resonate with it. I am a personal support worker. And if, well, if you guys don't know what our personal support worker, we're like nurses aid for the folks watching right now from the US or anywhere else and you don't know what it is. It's a tough job. It's a job where you're really good, downright dirty, nasty kind of job. Don't get me wrong, like it is a very fulfilling if you have those 1 and 2 patients that are ever so grateful for what you do for them. And I have been fortunate enough to have a few of those. But on a whole, on a scale to 100, it's not a pretty job. And I remember, like I came back from Jamaica, came back to Canada, came to Canada, went back to work, and it was like my 3rd shift at the nursing home, and I was juggling 2 jobs. And then I hurt my shoulder on the job. You remember that time, Pet?
Mm-hmm.
Hurt my shoulder, and I literally was feeling excruciating pain in my shoulder. And then I had to go to work. And when I called and I tried to explain why I couldn't come, the attitude was pretty nasty. And I think that was a first wake up call I needed to have. And I went into work that day and there was no sympathy. And on top of that, the shift was short. And I that was like just my breaking point. My breaking point. I was just so fed up. And I remember I took out one of the white sheet of paper from the printer, scribbled on it, I'm resigning. And I did my last shift and I walked through the door and I just shoved it under the door to the HR office. And that was my resignation letter. And nobody ever called and said, Samantha, like, why? Why are you resigning? What is happening? There was nothing. Anyways, now this was when I saw an advertisement on Facebook and I was like, oh, well, maybe I need to look into this to see what it's about. It kind of seemed intriguing to me at the time. And that was when I got started with my online business. I watched the free workshop and boom, the same week I got started with my business. Now, I will tell and anybody out there, business is not for the faint of heart. It is for thirsty people, like people who legit want a change. And not only that, you want the change, like you're literally willing to do what it takes. Because no matter what business you start out there, it's going to test your faith. But here is the thing, your faith will be tested in terms of your patience and your learning ability, but you will not be left alone. And on top of that, too, guys, there were so many other things that I did out there. I started my own Shopify store. I did my own brand. Pet will give you her own spiel on her clothing line and all of that good jazz. And nothing was ever more rewarding than this business. And right now, what we have done literally is partner up with reputable companies all over the world, trusted companies that have been around for more than 50 years. So we've done the research, we've done the marketing, we've put it together, we've tested the advertisement, we've tested what works, what does not work. And literally, all that is left is for you to literally step outside your comfort zone, take action. And once you take the action, be consistent with it. Right now, it's basically 2024 we're living in, and I am not the only person right now that is living in Toronto and feeling what is happening right now. It's crazy. It's crazy, and there I don't believe there is no intention of things getting better. What I can tell you is that with an online business, the flexibility is just limitless because you own your own time. And I've said this so many times, you literally can start your business and use your business to fuel, start your business, use your regular job to fuel your business, put that time in, put that work in, invest in your business, and literally watch it grow. And I think I am living proof of that, because when I started, I had two full-time jobs, and this business have helped me to achieve things beyond what I thought I could have achieved. And now I'm not only talking about money right now. It's just, growing up as a kid in Jamaica, you have a little bit of expectation for yourself, and you have your ambition, you know what I'm saying, Pet? And then you're like, holy crap, like this is happening. It is very humbling. It is very humbling. And being able to set your goals and work towards them, I am telling you guys, with a 9 to 5, it hard. It all crush on, I know tumble down. But I can tell you that with your own business, with consistently working at it, it's just the possibilities are very, very rewarding. But I'm going to hand over to Pet and let her give you guys an idea of what she went through as well.
Okay, guys, so my story is a little bit different than Sam. Okay, yes, I too am a healthcare worker. I've been a PSW for the past couple of years. However, I did not start out in the being a PSW. Right, I've tried my hands at so many things. I went to school for medical aesthetics. I've done nails. If you think of it, I have tried it, but nothing stuck like this business did. Now, was this my first choice in the online space? Absolutely not. I am coming from the perspective where I was terrified. I started give you a little backstory. I moved to Canada about 15 years ago. And for the first 13 or 12 years, I struggled to make ends meet. And being a single mom, that was not the plan when I moved here. I had this idea. I think I was delusional, to be honest. I thought that I was coming here to the perfect life, with the perfect family, and that went to hell in a basket. In other words, and I found myself homeless with 3 kids living in a shelter. That was not how I planned out my life, but that's what happened. And being here, not having a career, I had no money in the bank, I had no support system. I was basically left to my own devices. Was it hard? Absolutely. Am I a quitter? Absolutely not. So went back to school, did everything that everybody around me told me to do. Go back to school, because you're in Canada now and you need to have Canada's name stamped on a piece of paper to basically say, okay, you can work in their country. I said, okay, fine. So the good thing for me is that I already had my PR. So I was able to go back to school as soon as I got settled. But going to school, juggling the kids, trying to juggle a job, I just was not getting to where I needed to be. And so I decided early on that I wanted to try my hand at entrepreneurship. And so after I started working as a PSW, I remember I was on a flight to Jamaica with Samantha, and she told me, she goes, Pet, I came across this online business. And I was the first one to say to her, don't listen to them people. They all them people online are liars and scammers. Don't listen to them. And at the same time, we both went to Jamaica and came back with that hunger that we wanted, that freedom. We wanted more. We wanted to be able to do this more often than what we were doing. And the fact of the matter is, I was going and I wasn't able to bring my kids. I had to go alone because I couldn't afford to bring my kids. And as a mom, when you're having to juggle so many hats, playing so many roles, you need to be able to unplug, go recharge, and come back and start the process all over again. Now I came back, and the whole world was thrown into a frenzy, and we were basically confined to our homes at this point. And I said, you know what, I am going to start something online. And of course, me being me, and I was so shy, I said, I'm going to start selling clothing online. I'm going to start an online boutique. And I went on
Really
YouTube.
nice, so Pet. Not to cut you, but look, guys, honestly, I have like almost one piece of everything she was selling just about, and until today, like I still wear them. They're very nice, especially the biker short set. So maybe you just didn't know how to market it, but you choosing the clothes, it was the pieces were nice. Let me put it that way. But sorry, continue.
That part was great.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, I truly enjoyed that aspect of it, and knowing that I could stay in the background.
Yeah.
I wanted to stay in the background because I was so shy. I was so unsure of myself, lacking in confidence. But what I learned from that situation, which was an expensive lesson, guys, sourcing, having to ship products, thinking about labeling and branding and all these things. I had no clue what I was doing. I was literally using Google and YouTube, and that was not giving me the information that I truly needed. I really needed that support, and I never got that. And so, as Samantha tell you, I had lovely pieces. They're amazing, but I had no way to really market them. I had no knowledge, right? And knowledge is really the key in the online space. You need to be able to get in front of the right audiences in order to get your business out there. I didn't have that. So come 2021, my grandmother fell ill. My grandmother passed. She had cancer, but before she passed, I remember it was a Sunday, so it was about 4 or 5 days before she passed. I remember giving her a shower, to taking her out of the washroom, and then she just started talking to me. And she said to me, she goes, by the way, guys, my grandmother worked as a PSW for years in Canada. In one company, she was there for 30 years. Another company, she was there for another 20. And I saw how my grandmother deteriorated, and she never had any form of support. Okay, yes, she had her friends here and there, but I didn't see none of those people from her workplace, none of her bosses or close co-workers showing up to say, give her comfort in her time of need. And that broke me. But one of the things that she said to me was, being a PSW wasn't what she wanted. That wasn't her dream. My grandmother was an exceptional seamstress. She would literally go to a store and she could look at a dress, and she would go to the fabric store, buy that piece of fabric, and go home and make that dress.
Wow.
Okay. She was talented. And I remember she telling me she wanted to go to Seneca. She signed up for the program, but things were so hard. And, she never followed through. She kept procrastinating until years upon years. She's working 2 jobs. At one point in time, she was working 3. And when I heard that, it struck a chord in me. And I said, if I don't do something differently, I'm going to end up like my grandmother. No, I have sisters that work as a PSW. And I said, if I'm going to be the one in my family to break that trend, to start to do something totally outside the box, I'm going to do it. No, even though that happened, I still did not take action. I was still sitting on my hands, still not sure about what I'm going to do. However, it was after I buried my grandmother. I got a call from HR, and they basically said to me, Peta, come September 7th, if you don't comply with the new policies that we have implemented, you will be out of a job. And when I tell you, when I heard that,
Mm-hmm.
it took me back to where I was basically coming from.
Yeah.
Where I had that security rug that was beneath me, that was literally ripped from beneath me when I went homeless. And it brought me back to that headspace. And I was looking and I was thinking, I said, God, I have my kids. This world is already thrown into turmoil. I only have one source of income because at that point, my online business wasn't doing anything. Yes, I made 1 and 2 sales here, but it was nothing that could keep a roof over my head.
Yeah.
It was nothing that could put food on the table. And then I said, you know what? I am going to start selling some fish. I know how to use these hands. Okay? So them say, in Jamaica they say when trouble take you, put the short fit you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I started selling fish during that lockdown. Samantha bought some fish for me. Thanks for the support, by the way. I started selling fish in order to balance, just to make ends meet. And I said, when I'm looking at it, I said, this doesn't make any sense. I'm standing for hours. The turnover rate is not that quick. I need more. So when I got that call from HR, I remember picking up the phone and I called Samantha and I said, Sammy, I said, yeah, Pat, what going? I'm ready. And she was like, ready for what? And I said, the business, whatever it is, I am ready. And the reason why that happened was by this time, Samantha was 1 year into her business. And I noticed how she grew as a person, how much her level of confidence just grew. And that was mind blowing for me. And then, so it wasn't just about the financial aspect, but it was just that self-developmental aspect of it. And I said, you know what? I think I can do that. I was terrified, yes. And when I called her, I said, let's go. Little did I know, I called her. Within 7 days, my business was up and running, and it has been going ever since. But here's the blessing in me deciding to do that. Sometimes God allows us to be uncomfortable in our situations in order for us to do something differently. Little did I know that a year into starting my business, I was going to be injured. So I got injured on the job because I'm still working my 9 to 5. As Samantha said earlier, you use your 9 to 5 to fuel your own dreams, right? And I got injured on the job. And guys, when I tell you, my workplace, my HR and they treated me like a piece of metal. Yeah. The way in which they handled that entire situation, I had to fight for everything to the point where I had to say, listen, keep the money. I don't need the money. Just pay for my physiotherapy. Just get me back in full form where I can sit without being in pain, where I can walk without being in pain, where I can lay and actually have a proper night's sleep because I'm still a young woman. Yeah. Right? And I had to fight for that. And it is sad that after me giving them so many years and time, and when I tell you I'm an exceptional worker, not to toot my own horn, but when I see my clients, I give them my all because I treat them how I would want to be treated. Yeah. So when I realized, and I remember calling them out on it in an email, and I said, I realize that you guys pride yourself on exceptional care and I'm being compassionate, but that does not extend to your workers. I had to. And I was so thankful that I already have this stream of income. Yeah. Had I not have this, I couldn't tell them, listen, keep that little 2 shilling that you're giving me. I wouldn't be able to. I wouldn't have been in the position to. But that really, really drove it home to me to say, you know what, P, go harder on building your own business. Spend more time on your own dreams. So yes, you get up and you go to a 9 to 5 and you're committed to getting there on time and giving them your all. But there's 24 hours in a day. take 2 hours out of that day to invest back into yourself. Because I don't know about y'all, I am not about to be my grandmother. I'm not giving no company 30 years of my life. That's not the plan I have for myself. I intend to travel, enjoy my kids, and do things with them I was never able to do when they were much younger. Because I just, quite frankly, couldn't afford it. So if you're like me and you want to get out of that rut and you don't want to feel like a piece of metal, start doing something that is going to benefit you in the long run, where you don't have to work until you're 65 years old. And then for them to give you 2 pennies, where you're probably going to have to go stand in Walmart and try to pack a bag, or one of these big box stores and pack a bag in order for you to put food on your table.
But honestly, that is very touching. It's a very, very touching. And I'll tell you why. Because I feel like in some aspect, I live it with you. Um, it's gripping to the gut, to be honest with you. Like you saying it again and knowing that, like, this was the reality, you know? But one thing I can say to you, like, it was, that's it,
That
was, you know?
was.
Yeah, and a lot, like, I wish I could just wake up half of us young people and make us understand.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, not everybody is built that way, but the message is here, guys. Like, honestly, the message is here, and you really and honestly have to take a chance on yourself. The only thing I can tell you guys is that trust God in all that you do, because when I started, I had literally no idea, like, you know, like, I know everything was laid out, but you know, like, that inner fear, like, and I
Yeah.
feel like so many of us have it too. Like, you have that inner fear that is telling you, yes man, start, but at the same time you're telling yourself, no, like, what if I don't do well? What if in the first year I don't meet my first 100,000? What am I going to do? And the truth is, guys, I completely believe in prayer. And I remember, like, when I just started my business, I never used to pray over it. And that's the truth. I was just going, I was like, I am a task setter, I am a task accomplisher. I
Mm-hmm.
like to set my tasks, and I like to meet my quota and deliver. And once my task is done, I like to set a second one,
Yeah.
right? And I realized how isolated God was from the mixture of what I was doing. And I tell you guys the truth, I put God into the mix. And when I tell you, I sit down with that big man and me and him have a talk, because I make him understand that this is what I'm asking for. If this is not for me, Lord, take it away. If it is for me, give it to me. But I wanted to give it to me, and I wanted to take the fear away. And I'll tell her something, Pet, the fear completely went away.
Mm-hmm.
So my advice for everybody out there is, like, you feel it, and especially as a woman, you feel it in your heart, in your blood. Like, you feel when you need a change, and you know when you need a change. Even as a parent, you know, right? And you literally just have to take a chance on yourself. What I can tell you guys is that all the help that you will need to start your business is done. So I'll give it to you in sequence. Right now, we have the 4 streams of income that you can look at. What you receive from those streams of income is a T4A. And you can Google what is a T4A. If you're an independent business owner here in Canada, that is what you get. You can sole proprietorship, you can incorporate your business with CRA. Now, you just have to sit down, take a look at those 4 streams of income, right? Once you take a look at them now and you say, okay, guys, this is what I'm moving forward with, then that is where we come in. We are sitting down with you one on one, and we are helping you to do just about every single thing, the website, every single thing that you would need to set up your business. Here is what I so love about our business. We have super comprehensive video based training. What I basically mean is, you don't have to knock on people's door and say, my sister, could you come and support my business? Because we have all the marketing strategies that you will need to grow your business. Our team is so big, and except for Pet and my mother in law, everyone was strangers to me. They were strangers to me until, for some crazy reason, they saw my advertisement and they trusted me. And they was like, yes, Sam, let's go. And I was like, hell yeah, let's go. And we started that business, and I am there for them should they need the help. They just need to call on me. And it's the same thing for Pet and her mentees. Like we literally sit down and we help each other. It's just literally for you to open your mouth and say the word, say, hey guys, help me with this. So every single thing that you need is there, right? So the marketing tactics is there. The growing charts are there. Sitting down and making a plan to achieve a goal. You have experts to do that. And that is basically all you need to grow a business. You need to come in with taking action and literally with the determination and more importantly with the consistency, because that is where the jackpot is. And many times, like I've heard so many billionaires say that, and I've never truly understood it, you know. And it is now I am truly understanding that as an entrepreneur, you need to understand consistency. And it is not something that you come in and you've had it all figured out. You literally just take it one day at a time. And that is where we step in as your coaches and your mentor. And we are helping you basically to get there. There is no other system like this out there, guys, because I know I've done the research, I've started so many things, and I've just stopped because nothing works as well as this works. So today, right now, actually, we are inviting you to watch our free information session. Guys, watch it. It's free. Why not? Learn how you can get started with your own online business, and it is at no expense to you. And feel free to send me a message here on Samantha Rowe Consulting or Samantha Rowe Marketing. Doesn't really matter. Send Petegay a message if you want to connect with her. Ask any question that you want to ask. We actually have a smaller group too, with so many other online business owners in there, and we basically just give you the truth. We give it to you raw in our group, right? So you can come on into our group, you can see what we're about, and we show everything in there, even down to our very T4A. We don't hide anything. Straight off legit, we'll give you the information. Come and see what we're about, and then you can look at the 4 streams of income, decide which one you want to move forward with, and then that is where now we're going to sit down and we're going to help you to start your business and to scale your business. And
Absolutely.
yeah, that's it guys, in a nutshell.
But guys, before you go, I have a thought for you. Just think on this. If you're willing to show up to a 9 to 5, right? Why not show up for yourself? And on top of that, okay, here's a little nugget. Before I started after starting my online business, what I would make in a month, I've made twice that amount in a matter of 2 days. No company out there that you're working for is going to give you that. Think about that. So if it means that you're going to have to put a solid year into your business in order to see growth, put that year in, because it's worth it in the end. Because you're showing up for a 9 to 5 and you're still getting by. And you've been doing that for years upon years upon years upon years upon years. Why not step outside of the box and do things differently? The world is changing. I don't know if you guys noticed. Just the other day I saw on the news, I think it was 2 nights ago, a prominent company let go 600 employees. 600 people are now out of work with the current economy. So wise up. You don't have to have no fancy degree. All you have to do is be willing to work, be willing to learn. Okay, what our forefathers did, our parents did, it does not work anymore. AIs are replacing us left, right, and center. So it's time for you to start working smarter, stop working so hard.
Yeah, they say too, you know, Pet, like a 9 to 5 paycheck is basically what they give you to keep you quiet, and it's
Oh yeah,
really a lie.
it's true.
No, really and truly, when I think about it, like honestly, it's really not a lie. Like,
Right.
but you see, before, like couple years ago, maybe like 20, 30 years ago, I mean, you could have a regular 9 to 5 and you get by, you could set up a nice little retirement.
Mm-hmm.
You could maybe get a house, you could get a mortgage, and you could take time and make a little monthly payment and what have you. I mean, half of Canada can't even save for a house. Like you cannot afford to have a deposit for a house.
No.
It's like too expensive to even put that together. And then me not even want to get into the whole housing crisis because
Oh, because
I
I
am
was just
so
about
passionate
to say.
about the housing crisis right now. Like I am so passionate about the housing crisis, guys. Me think I'm doing too much content videos on it, but I am passionate about it because
Yeah.
I'm like, when will people wake up? You literally get up in the morning, maybe 6 5 a.m., and you're going to work at 8 hours, and then you come back home, and then you just drop Netflix time, baby. Let's chill. What happened to all of that time that you could literally be putting into growing a business?
Yeah.
And nobody is saying to you guys that you'll be able to leave your job, because I could tell you guys, for now, when I started I had two full-time jobs, and I kept one of them part-time. I'm keeping one part-time right now because guess what, every single thing that we make from our business, we invest. We literally don't use it for luxury and to buy a nice car and things like that. I don't. I am raw, I am honest, and I'm giving it to you guys. We're giving you the tea, basically.
Yeah.
Whatever you make from your business is to set up your life. That's the ultimate dream. It's how are you going to flip that earning to make it multiply for yourself? Because ultimately, it's not the money alone, it's the freedom that you
Yeah.
want. And if you make 25,000 for the month, that's nice. But how is that 25,000 contributing to your future freedom? Because you could take 25K right now and go buy a car,
A
and
dead
then your car
investment.
value. Yeah, exactly.
It's a
Like it
dead
has
investment.
devalue. But how could you flip that 25K for 20 years from now? That 25K could be paying you back in residual income. And that is why it is so important to look at our business model, because that is where residual income is so important and is so vast in our business model, because it is one of the key foundation of our business model, to be able to start your business and one day you're literally working towards your retirement and setting up yourself for life. When I saw the retirement package, when I
Mm.
started in 2020, I was like, holy macaroni, like, girl, I'm set. Like, honestly, Pet, I remember the day when
That
I
was me. I
called.
was I was like, where do I sign?
Yeah, like what, like this is crazy. And I'm going to address my fellow Jamaicans. My fellow Jamaicans, I love you guys so much. But man, I'm very skeptical. And I understand why you guys are skeptical. But at some point, you have to differentiate yourself from the rest. And at some point, you literally have to just take a chance on yourself.
Mhm.
And what we are giving you is not a chance. What we're giving you are facts. And the information session that you will be watching when you register at samanthaconsulting.ca, it is free. It is free. It's 90 minutes presentation. You literally are not paying to watch that information session. But what you will be getting is a learning when you watch it. And I send my number out to everybody. My number is readily available, right? So if you want to have a telephone conversation, that is something that I am always down for. But this upcoming year, so many mortgages are going to be renewed. Inflation are going up. Mr. Justin Trudeau is going to
Girl.
want some more taxes. And I am saying that if you're out there and you feel that entrepreneurship spirit, and if you're a woman and you feel it in the back of your head that I need to make this move, I need to make this move, then look into this. It is worth your time. It's worth your 90 minutes. And I say that to you because I've put my 90 minutes in there, and this business has truly given me financial freedom. And I've achieved so much from the business, not only monetary wise or vanity wise, but beyond that, I have truly gained a certain level of mental independence where I can say that I am confidently doing my business. And I know that in life to come, like, I can take on my tasks with confidence. And I am telling you guys, nothing is as good as having your own.
Nothing beats it.
Nothing. Nothing. I am always down for a 9 to 5, but that 9 to 5 should always be you should be using it to set yourself up. But I feel like the time and things have changed, and everything is moving to social media, and this is the raising prices, and this is where we're living, right? And the cost of living is here, and this is our paychecks.
Yeah.
and how can you bridge the gap? You know, that's kind of where we're getting at. So I would say pray about it, take action, and should you want to start your business and should you start, be consistent with your business. The tea don't get any more hotter than that. Like that is it. Like that is it, guys. Like take action. So feel free to contact us should you want to get started. All right. And I love you all. Thank you guys for the support too on my pages. Like, whoo, you guys are so awesome. Thank you guys. I love each and every one of you. And big up to Renee, K. Dean, Trisha, Stefania. Hey, honey. Big up. Stefania is actually a very, very new business owner, actually, yesterday. So,
Oh,
congratulations.
congratulations.
Woohoo.
Welcome.
Yes, Miss Roxanne, Miss Val, Mr. Livingstone. Thank you guys so much, Mr. Prince Burnett, Stacy. Thank you guys for coming and showing us some love. Like we really appreciate it. Patrice and Kadian too, and Kadeen. Oh yeah, I think I covered everybody. Big up on yourself. Have a wonderful night, guys. Pet, with all my love, you have it. Thank you so much for taking this time out of your evening where you could be just relaxing. I really appreciate you and everything you do with and for me. And yeah, let's make this a regular thing. I,
Absolutely.
yeah, I love when we can sit and chat, you know? And then people in the comments will tell us when they're tired of us. But guys,
Too bad.
all right, pets, guys, have a
Okay.
wonderful night. This is going to become a regular thing. Keep your eyes out. I'll be going live again. Love you guys all and bye, guys.
Bye, guys.